Right, Myth, let's do notes for April. Let's get started with sentence construction. So part one, we should just do some general sentences. Okay. Number one, the drought that caused by El Nino weather patterns is hitting Thailand and Cambodia. Incorrect. Next, the drought that caused by El Nino weather patterns are hitting Thailand and Cambodia. Okay, let's look at these first two sentences. So the drought that caused by El Nino weather patterns is hitting, and the drought that caused by El Nino weather patterns are hitting, so don't get confused, is and are. We are still talking about the drought. The main noun has not changed. We are not talking about weather patterns. We are still talking about the drought, so is still going to be is hitting. Okay, so the drought that is caused or that's caused by El Nino weather patterns is hitting Thailand and Cambodia. Right, that's that. So number two, one of the great pleasures of to travel to another country is eating different dishes. So this one was easy. One of the great pleasures of traveling to another country is eating different dishes. Right, so number three, the mall and friendly environment offers you a pleasant to shop and relax. Right, so offers you a pleasant what? A pleasant is a pleasant is an adjective, right? You have put you put an article, but there isn't any noun after that. So that's the first error or the first mistake. And so the mall, okay, and friendly environment. Okay, so here you can environment. Okay, it's a noun, it's common, it's singular. Okay, it's you have joined it with this, so perhaps you don't need an article, but usually you would. Anyway, let's see. The mall offers you a pleasant, again, something is missing. A pleasant what? A pleasant to shop and relax and friendly environment. That doesn't make any sense. So the mall offers you a pleasant and friendly environment. So a pleasant and friendly environment to shop and relax. So it offers you a pleasant and friendly environment to do what? To shop and to relax. Right, so number four. Nobody went to the party, didn't they? This sentence doesn't make any sense. If nobody went to the party, didn't they? If you already know it, why are you asking it? So, nobody went to the party, did they? So we are trying to confirm. We think this is the information. We assume that this is the correct information, and we are just trying to confirm it. That's all. So nobody went to the party, did they? So remember, you can't have two no's. One no here, one no here. You can't have two negations. So nobody went. Did they? So negative, positive, positive, negative, not negative and negative, or positive and positive. Number five, I like school, do I? Again, it's two positives. I like school, don't I? Alright, so these sentences can be used sarcastically as well. You can use it in a sarcastic meaning. Suppose you don't like school, you could say, I like school, don't I? Right, so that's another way of using it. You don't have to confirm it all the time. Okay, number six, the test is done at the moment. If it's at the moment, how can it done? Anything. The test is done at the moment. It's just not possible, is it? The test is being done at the moment. The test is being done by them or by the students at the moment. Number seven, John doesn't like vegetables, so does his brother. Doesn't make sense. So John doesn't like vegetables, and neither does his brother. So if you're talking to someone and you say, I like going to the movies, so that person says, so do I. Or you tell that person, I don't like fish. Then that person tells you, so do I. What do you mean, so do I? I said that I didn't like fish, or that I didn't like it. So I meant, neither do I. So he likes vegetables, so does his brother, but he doesn't like vegetables, and neither does his brother. So get that right. Number eight, the doctor forced me. Now this is quite interesting. The doctor forced me not to stay up late at night. First of all, the doctor can't force you to do anything. Right, the doctor advises you. He doesn't force you. Okay, so the doctor forced me not to stay up late at night. So what did he do? Did he put tape on your eyes and forced you to sleep? So it doesn't make any sense. All the sentences should have a clear meaning. The meaning should be clear. So the doctor advised me not to stay up late at night. So part 2. So complete sentences using clues provided in the brackets. My French blank when I go to France. And the clues improve. So you say my French will be improved. Okay, when I go to France. Okay. It's a correct sentence, but it's not correct because the meaning has changed. My French will be improved. Improved by whom? Right, so my French will improve when I go to France. That's all. So don't complicate the sentence. Keep it simple. And number 2, the internet has helped students study more blank. And the clue is effective. The internet has helped students study more infectious. Okay, infectious is not a word, but it could be a word, but it's not an adjective, it's not an adverb because it's helped the students study. How? So it's helped them study more effectively. So that's that. Okay. Part 3 is rewriting sentences and keeping the same meaning. Okay, number 1 says the show was excellent. We all enjoyed it. So you have to rewrite this sentence using such and that. So it was such the excellent show that we all enjoyed it. Why is it the? It was such the excellent show. Does it make sense? So next is such an excellent show. We all enjoyed that. What that? What is that? It's it, not that. Okay, even if it's that, you just can't put a comma over here and try to join 2 different sentences and try to make a sentence. Doesn't make sense. Such an excellent show that we all enjoyed. Okay, that's also incorrect. So it was such an excellent show that we all enjoyed it. It was such a nice show. It was such an excellent show. It was such a good show that we all enjoyed it. Okay, we will buy a new car. Change to passive. So this is active. You just have to change it to passive. We would buy a new car. That is not passive. A new car will be bought by us. What happens from active to passive is this noun over here goes to the front over here, and this noun or pronoun, in this case from here it goes to the ends. Right, so don't forget that. It's quite easy. You've done it before. Don't get it wrong. It's very simple stuff. Number 3. I like to do the quiz very much, she said. Change to reported. She told me that she liked to do the quiz very much. Okay, it's incorrect. From where did me come? The original sentence doesn't say anything about you. She told you, or she told me. When did she tell you that? The original sentence doesn't give any information. Don't add your own information. So she said that she liked to do the quiz very much. Or she said that she liked doing the quiz very much. Okay, that she liked to do it's not very good, but because the original sentence has I like to do the quiz very much, which is not a very good sentence. Okay, so we sometimes we just have to, especially in a test, if you just want to pass it, we just have to do that. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Next, let's do some reading. So reading we saw. Let's look at the text. Today, nylon is found in many things, including carpets, ropes, seat belts, etc. It's played an important part in our lives up to now. So look at these look at the 2 sentences. So this is the first sentence and this is the second sentence. So today, nylon is found in many things, including carpets, ropes, seat belts, etc. It has played an important role up to now. So the first sentence, A, is today it is found. It's simple present tense. The second sentence, however, B, it has played, is in the present perfect tense. You know what the present perfect tense means. So we did that. So what does this mean? What does it imply? Why did the tense suddenly change? What does it imply? It's just nothing. It's not a very big thing. It's just a classic reading test trick. It's a trick. Why is it a trick? Just to ensure that you're actually reading the text and that you can understand or differentiate the use of tenses. So, what's the meaning of simple present? How do you use it? What does it imply? What does it mean? And present perfect, what does it mean when you speak a sentence in present perfect? What meaning does it carry? Right, so they just try to check that you actually understand the tenses and that you can use them and that you're able to understand them in real life and in tests as well. So, after reading this text, so if a question goes, so then Alan still plays an important part in our lives. Right, so you have to answer it according to sentence B and not A, even though it defies logic and common sense. So, if it goes to then Alan still plays an important part in our lives, it is not correct. You have to answer no, false. Why? Because of this sentence. It has played. Does it still play? We don't know. It doesn't say anything. It just says it's found in many things. Does that mean it plays an important part in our lives? Usually yes, but they have deliberately changed the tense to throw you off track, to let you to, have you put your guard down. And that's a very old trick, and it works all the time, I guess. So, remember, even though most reading tests are interesting, they're quite knowledgeable and they include common sense, at times you will come across such tests. So reading tests are primarily concerned with your accuracy. How accurately can you read? And based upon what you have read, how accurately can you answer the questions that follow? So, again, watch out for the tenses. The tenses are there for a reason. You change the tense, like I've told you a million times. You change the tense, you change the meaning. And that's what they are checking over here. And everybody got it wrong. Okay, never mind. Now you know, so don't make this mistake again. Commit this error again. Alright, let's go into vocabulary. Okay, that's the last part. So picturesque is something that is visually attractive, especially in a quaint or pretty style. That means something that looks like a painting, looks like a photograph. A picturesque. It's quite a picturesque, like tourist attractions are quite picturesque. They look like a painting, or some villages or some towns, they're quite very beautiful, so they look like a painting or a picture or a photograph, so they are picturesque. Picturesque. Okay, number 2, oust. So oust is when you force someone out of a job or a position, maybe it's in the government, in an office, something. You remove them using force. That is, you force them to, you don't make them leave, you really force them out. Okay, arms are not, you have arms, but arms are referred to weapons used by the army, the navy, etc. So arms and ammunition, arms. Number 4 is also arms, but that's like money and clothes, etc. Stuff that you give to the poor. That's arms. Earnings. 5 is earnings. The total money that a person or a company makes usually in a year is earnings. The total money that you or a company or an organization makes, that's earnings. Embroidery, number 6. So patterns sewn onto clothes to make them look more attractive. So we saw what is embroidery. Pleasant is something that gives or provides a nice experience. It's an adjective, pleasant. Inhumane, number 8. Extremely cruel, not caring about the problems of people and animals, an action not worthy of a human being. Something like that can be described as inhumane. Punctual means on time. Root vegetables are potatoes, ginger, carrots, and onions, etc. You can see the roots, so they're root vegetables. And finally, green is not the color green, but especially these days, it refers to something environmentally friendly. How green is it? Right, so you can see cars are getting greener, or aiming to make pretty much everything green these days. So green means environmentally friendly. Right, so that's all for this month's notes, and watch the videos again and write it down if you feel the need to. Okay, bye bye, see you.